Welcome back, everybody. Chris Bricks here, and today we got another exciting build. We're going to be sticking with Lego for right now, and last week, if you missed it, we built the Speed Series F40. That was a lot of fun. It was great. It was an easy build, kind of one of those relaxing builds that are not too difficult, not technical, but you get this satisfying result, and you can see all my comments and reviews in the last video on that. But today, we got a different type of vehicle we're building, and last week we dropped this hint. Now I know there's no sound, no animation, just a picture, because it's what I could find for the build we're doing today. So without further delay, let's bring it out. And we have the Lego Technic Formula E McLaren car. Now, in case you're wondering, I have never watched a Formula E race before. Don't know anything about them, besides what the back of the box says here. As for their stats, I see that they can go 200 miles an hour, have roughly 470 horsepower, and weigh about almost 1,900 pounds. So pretty lightweight. I'm sure they haul around the track pretty good. I do watch Formula 1, I watch Le Mans, I watch NASCAR, I watch a lot of different racing because I enjoy vehicles, I love racing. But this one was actually kind of special because my son picked this out for me for my birthday. He thought it was really cool looking, it can go back, there's a pullback one, as you can see here, goes forward, he loves those kind of cars, so he thought it would be perfect for me, and I thought it'd be perfect to build on this channel. So, as you can see, it's a McLaren. The insignia and everything is from last season. When I tried looking up for the hint pictures, they had a different style and shape to it for this year. So I had to go back a little bit to find a picture of this one, or as close as I could to this one. So, looking at the box, we got 452 pieces. Not too bad at all. I'm hoping that's not a ton of stickers that we're putting on this car, because it looks like a lot of stickers. Anytime you see any kind of race car or anything, they got decals and everything from sponsorships all over them. And I'm hoping some of these are already pre-printed on the pieces, but we'll find out when we do the opening. Back of the box, you can kind of see the real car with all those stats that I read off. And then we have a couple pictures of the actual car itself. So let's open this box. All right, we have everything unboxed. Looks like it's only 3 bags worth of items. Bag 1 seems to be the heavy hitter with pieces, but shouldn't be too bad of a build. Like I said, 452 pieces, shouldn't take that long. We got the nice usual booklet. You really don't appreciate this until you build one like that one, where you really appreciate books. Flipping the pages, much easier. And of course, because it's a pullback, we got the dual motors, but it could be symbolic of like a dual motor electric car since it is a Formula E. We got our tires. These appear to be the rain type because it has tread in it, not a slick. And what everybody's been waiting for. Lots and lots of stickers. Now normally I don't mind it, but as of late, I have not been the best at applying stickers, even on the F40 behind my head. There were some that once I put it on there, I'm like, man, I missed, but I didn't want to tear up the sticker trying to pull it off the piece, so I was kind of committed to it. I was hoping at least some of this was printed on, but it looks like we'll have lots of time lapse of me trying to carefully put a sticker on just to see that it's actually off after I already applied it. Especially some of these big stickers, man. It's gonna be interesting, but lots of stickers, so I'm prepared now. And that's pretty much everything. 3 bags, book, 86 stickers, and 2 engines. Let's build. there we have it. Bag 1 is complete. Took about 28.5 minutes with a little bit of rebuild here and there because I misread how the pieces were connected in, but not too bad at all. As you can see, it looks like we built the chassis of the car. We have the pullback motors here, and pretty good. It's been a long time since I built a Technic car. Not by choice, just a lot of the Technic sets that I've eyed are, 3 figures. They're a little eye-watering when you get up to the more complex sets. But so far, good experience, nothing too complicated. Just make sure you pay attention to everything. As I mentioned, we got the motors on. Looks like we're gonna have possibly steering or something to that effect. Some kind of steering up front here, but not really sure yet. We'll see when we get into bag 2. Surprisingly, about 8 or so pieces left. Nothing too crazy. Surprisingly, none of these blue connectors left. So make sure that you don't leave any in the bag, don't drop any on the floor, accidentally throw them away, because you need every single one of the blue connectors for this bag. Otherwise, you're out of luck. Too bad. But we got 4 stickers, so only about 30 to go. Can't wait for that. But so far, so good. Let's get on to bag 2. Alright everyone, that is bag 2. Ran about 27 minutes, 55 seconds, not too bad at all. As you can see, more of the car is being built, more stickers are done. Still probably got 20 some stickers for bag 3. That sounds real exciting. So you probably noticed in the time lapse, like with these ones, with the little angles here, I was able to do them fairly quickly. And the way to consistently get it is to align that little triangle point there with the stickers. It's good to align those two, because if you're flush on these sides, the rest of the sticker is going to fit nicely. So you just try to align those two, and it made it so much quicker on both sides, a lot more consistent than trying to compare this, long flat side to this piece here. I found doing the triangle tip here worked pretty good for me. Everything pretty straightforward. Yeah, you snap pieces in, you put them together, you just push together, snap, not too bad. One thing I thought was hilarious about bag 2 was your extra pieces. The tail light. That's it. You get one extra piece in this bag. So if you find you've gotten to a step or you're getting to the end, you're like, I'm missing pieces, double check your bags. I mean, this is what we have so far, and we're gonna add one more to it, and that's it so far. They definitely are not giving you any extra of the blue connection pieces, so make sure you hold on to all of those, because you will need every single one of them so far. But not quite like the F40, where we had a ton of extra pieces considering how small that set was. But yeah, so keep track of your pieces, don't lose them. Now, the final, bag 3. As we like to say here, new shirt, new day. Kind of ran into some chores yesterday, couldn't get back to the build, but we're on bag 3. We still have a ton of stickers. We got quite a few in the last 2 bags, but most of them are still here for bag 3. Not looking forward to those, because those are the big ones. Those are the ones that are going to be noticeable if they're off. So far, we got the body, we got the structure, we got, not the easiest, but I'm sure once we got a piece up top here, wheels are turning, we got our engines in the back for the pullback, and we should be good. So, let's build. Step 112. This is an interesting piece. I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera there. Literally looks like a whisk or one of the attachments for the hand mixers. Is there a cooking set I'm not familiar with, or a baking set or a Master Chef Lego set that's out there? Because it's hilarious, because I'm curious how this is going to look on the final thing, what the purpose of this is, but it's definitely a whisk. I feel like my race car driver needs a chef's hat. But pretty interesting how they reuse parts for different sets for different purposes. You do see that across Lego sets as well as the Blue Bricks. How part of that ship had ratchets for the bottom portion of it, and then it had a tire iron and other pieces that came along with it that I ended up never even using. That just seems to be in every box. But interesting that they use a whisk. Cool. Step 136. This front piece is 2 different pieces, and you're going to need to put the stickers on there. Sorry for the squeaky table. Just doing extra squeaky right now. But it's a split sticker. 2 different pieces. So make sure you put it flush on one side, flush on the other. After applying this first one here, I went ahead and put this one on, this second part to it. I put it on blank without putting the sticker on yet. That way I could put them side by side and then align them. So that helps me get I would say that's a pretty good alignment. It's kind of loose, so it's kind of hard to see how aligned it is, but it's pretty good. I'm very happy with that. So just a tip, when you get to that step, if you want to align it, don't sit here nilly-willy like, oh, let me put it on, and then you put these 2 together and you can see just how bad you missed it. So my 2 cents. Hope you have success on that sticker as well. And there you have it. McLaren Formula E set officially done. This set for bag 3 took 40 minutes, 11 seconds, with an overall time about 1 hour and 36 minutes. Not too bad at all, especially for a Technic set. This one wasn't too complicated. Pretty straightforward. Occasionally you had to take a close look at the instructions to see where exactly things were getting pushed through or slid on, especially these little side wings here. It looked like they were connecting over here, but there was actually a gray piece that connected down inside there. So just little things like that, but not too bad at all. I'd probably rate it a 3 in difficulty. The most difficult thing about this was the 400 stickers that are in this set. You definitely get your practice, and by the end you're like on, and you get really used to it. Like I said, I'm very proud of that front one. I aligned that good. It worked out. Lego didn't troll me with some kind of forced gap, so it didn't matter how much I thought I lined it up, it wasn't going to line up. And the only thing it's missing, and this may be a little old school, but is the Technic character. I have a couple of them in my Lego bin that I gave to my boys, and I don't know when they stopped doing that. That may have been just when I was a kid, but it would have been great to have him in here with his helmet. Would have been awesome. You know, you could have made him look like one of the McLaren drivers even. I'm sure they could have paid him enough, right? But overall, very cool looking car. Besides the stickers, the one gripe I have, and it's probably because that this is a pullback and go car and they don't want the tires falling off easily, is the amount of extra on those pieces that stick out. And this is pretty even between the two. You kind of see both sides stick out like that. I'm a person who prefers it to be flush on the wheel, or even if you had a cap here, something to kind of make that go away. To me, that looks kind of bad. I wish I could cut it off. Maybe I will at one point. But I'm going to guess it's because, they don't want the wheels falling off as you're playing with this. Steering works. Has its steering. It's a little tight. I'm sure it'll loosen up over time, but I'm afraid I'm going to twist and shear this piece right off. But overall, not too bad. Definitely a good set. Definitely recommend if you like, even if you like Formula 1, you don't follow Formula E, like me. Like I said, this was a birthday gift from my youngest son. He thought it was cool looking and it goes, so that's what attracted him. And honestly, even though it's not a Formula 1 car, it's still pretty cool looking. You got to give it credit where credit's due. But let's up. We got to do one more thing, of course. Off the table, no pieces broke. That's the cool thing about Technic sets. You don't really have to worry about pieces busting off with how many pieces are connected together on those things. Anyways, let's play that hint right about now. And as always, you enjoy what you see here, give it a thumbs up, put some comments in there. Tell me some things you want to see built. Do you want to see a different perspective with the camera? I kind of went back to the comment face forward. We got the overhead up above. That way you could see me building it with the time lapse. And, if you like one of the other ones where I just had it straight on the whole time, let me know. I go back through all my comments. I try to comment as soon as I see them. And I check out my old videos just in case someone slips something in there and like, hey, can you build this? Hey, do you do this? And then I can answer you. Also, hit me up on Instagram. You see a build you like, or you see someone doing something really cool, let me know. I'll put their stuff up there as well. Promote them. Why not? Lego community. We support each other. Anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.